Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome back to Daper Nanny. Today, we're making crispy Cucur Jagung Kobis, a simple and delicious snack perfect for iftar. While we cook, let's listen to the inspiring story of Prophet Dawud, the shepherd boy who became a king. If you enjoy these cooking and storytelling videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now, let's get started. The shepherd boy who became a king. The sun dipped low over the rolling hills of Bethlehem, casting long shadows across the fields. A young shepherd boy named Dawud sat on a rock, his sling resting in his hand, while a flock of sheep grazed peacefully around him. Though he was just a boy, his heart was vast, filled with unwavering faith in Allah. His voice carried melodies of praise, harmonizing with the rustling leaves and chirping birds. Dawud's life was simple, but his soul was strong. He spent his days tending to his father's sheep, protecting them from wolves and lions with nothing but his sling and trust in Allah. Little did he know that his quiet life was about to change forever, for Allah had chosen him for a greater purpose: the call to battle. At that time, the Israelites were locked in a bitter war with the Philistines. Their enemy was led by a fearsome warrior named Jalut, Goliath, a towering giant whose presence struck terror into the hearts of even the bravest soldiers. The Israelites, though many in number, were paralyzed with fear. No one dared to face Jalut in single combat. One day, Dawud's father sent him to the battlefield to deliver food to his older brothers, who were soldiers in the Israelite army. As he approached the camp, he heard the mocking voice of Jalut echoing through the valley. The giant taunted the Israelites, challenging them to send a champion to fight him. But not a single man stepped forward. Dawud's heart burned with righteous anger. "Why do you fear this man?" he asked the soldiers. "Allah is with us, and he is greater than any giant." The soldiers scoffed at the young shepherd, but Dawud's faith was unshakable. He approached King Jalut, Saul, and volunteered to fight Jalut. The king hesitated. How could a mere boy with no armor or sword defeat a giant? But Dawud reassured him, saying, "Indeed, Allah has protected me from lions and wolves while I tended my sheep. He will protect me from this enemy as well." Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 249. The battle with Jalut. With only his sling and 5 smooth stones, Dawud stepped onto the battlefield. Jalut laughed at the sight of the young boy, mocking him for coming to fight without armor or a sword. But Dawud stood firm, placing his trust in Allah. He placed a stone in his sling, swung it with precision, and let it fly. The stone struck Jalut in the forehead, and the giant fell to the ground, lifeless. The Philistine army, seeing their champion defeated, fled in terror. The Israelites erupted in cheers. Dawud's faith had triumphed over brute strength, and his name became a legend overnight. His victory was a sign of Allah's power, that true strength comes not from physical might, but from faith and courage. The rise of a king. Allah blessed Dawud with wisdom, strength, and a heart full of gratitude. He was chosen as the next king of the Israelites, succeeding Jalut. Under his rule, the kingdom flourished. But Dawud was not just a king. He was a devoted servant of Allah, ruling with justice and compassion. One of Dawud's greatest miracles was his ability to mold iron with his bare hands, a blessing granted by Allah, and we made iron pliable for him. Surah Saba, verse 10. He crafted strong armor and tools, ensuring his people were well protected. His voice, too, was a gift. When he sang praises to Allah, the mountains and birds would join him in harmony. Indeed, we subjected the mountains to glorify Allah. With him in the evening and sunrise, and the birds gathered, all were obedient to him. Surah Sad, verse 18 to 19. The test of judgment. Despite his wisdom, Dawud was not immune to human error. One day, 2 men came to him with a dispute. One man claimed that his neighbor had stolen his only sheep. Without hearing the full story, Dawud quickly ruled in favor of the plaintiff. But soon, he realized he had acted hastily. Overwhelmed with remorse, Dawud fell to his knees and begged Allah for forgiveness. "O my Lord, forgive me and guide me to justice." His humility and repentance were accepted, and he emerged from the experience with even greater wisdom. This incident reminds us that even the most righteous people can make mistakes, but true greatness lies in seeking forgiveness and learning from them. The legacy of Dawud. Dawud's life was a testament to the power of faith, humility, and justice. He ruled for many years, always placing Allah's commands above his own desires. When his time on earth came to an end, he passed the mantle of leadership to his son, Sulayman Solomon, who would also become a great prophet and king. Even in death, Dawud's legacy lived on. His Psalms, known as the Zabur, continued to inspire generations. His story serves as a reminder that true strength does not lie in physical power, but in faith and devotion to Allah. Epilogue: The Echoes of Praise. To this day, the story of Dawud echoes through the ages. His life teaches us that no matter how small or insignificant we may seem, with faith in Allah, we can overcome any giant. His humility reminds us to always seek forgiveness, and his justice inspires us to stand for what is right. And if you listen closely, you might still hear the mountains and birds singing in harmony, carrying the praise as a shepherd boy who became a king, a servant of Allah who changed the world with his faith. This is the story of Prophet Dawud, a tale of faith, courage, and divine love. Let it remind us that our greatest weapon is not our strength, but our unwavering trust in Allah. And that's it. Our crispy Cucur Jagung Kobis are ready to be enjoyed. I hope you found both the recipe and the story of Prophet Dawud inspiring. His journey teaches us that faith, patience, and wisdom lead to true success. If you like this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more delicious recipes and meaningful stories. See you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum and happy cooking.